on how to become an MMA fighter. So for most people that know my story, I was becoming an accountant and I found MMA at the age of 22. So completely different than someone's like, should I start in jiu-jitsu? Should I start boxing? Should I start in this? For myself, I started in MMA. Like my first class was a jiu-jitsu class, and the second class was a boxing class, and third class was kickboxing, and that's just how I built it. I never had any kind of base. I was the new generation. But for myself, when I get this message in my Instagram DMs all day long, I want to become an MMA fighter. What do I do? What do I do? I want to make it to one championship. The only question I ask them is, why do you want to do this? Because they never want to hear that. They always want to hear, guide me, tell me where to go. No, that's not the question you should be asking me. Why do you even want to get in a cage? Because to get in a cage and fight somebody, you got to believe in something deep. Like, I know it's cool to watch it on TV. I know it's cool to see everybody cheering us on and stuff like that. But the training and the preparation and then those moments right before you walk out in the change room, like that walk you got to make, it's a scary, scary thing. And you got to deeply believe in something to want to do it. So if you get all excited by the hype and people like, all of us representing and stuff, and you want to do it, you got to have a why that's very strong. Why do you want to do it? Do you want to represent your people? How much are you willing to represent your people? Are you willing to bleed every day? Are you willing to leave your family? Are you willing to sacrifice financial? Like, are you willing to starve? Are you willing to not have food for days on end? Are you willing to do those things? Because I had to do all those things. I had to do things where I had no money. I could barely eat. I lost a lot of friends. I missed a lot of moments in my family and my friends' lives because I had to sacrifice away for training camps. I couldn't travel. I couldn't do anything because all my money was invested in. These are things that you're gonna face when you're doing this. This isn't a hobby. This isn't like you just are sitting around TV, watching TV, and like, oh, now I'm gonna go to a boxing class. You live and breathe this lifestyle. When you choose to become an MMA fighter, you live and breathe different. You think different. You are different. So you have to know why you ever want to put yourself through this, because it's fun to watch. It's fun to see us treated like rock stars, but trust me, the process to get to that point is not fun and it's not easy. And we truly have to believe in something very deep, and it can't be something like, I want to get into clubs, I want to be famous, I hope that like ladies like me and stuff like that, because those things are not going to help you get to the top. They're not going to keep you motivated when every single day when you go in the gym, someone's punching you in the face and cutting your lip up and giving you cauliflower ears and breaking your nose. Those things are not going to keep you motivated. It's what do you believe in deep inside of yourself? What do you want to be and what do you want to represent to the world? That's what keeps you going. That's what's kept me going. So that I know that most people are like, what kind of advice would you give to future MMA fighters? And they always want to say, you know what, you should start in MMA or you should start in jiu-jitsu, start in boxing. I say that question back to them. And most of them have no answer for me. And they just don't get why I would ever ask that question back. But that is the most important question, because that's the question I asked myself the first day I ever wanted to do this. And that question and that answer has stayed with me since 2007 to this very moment. And that's the only thing that's kept me going, is my why of why I would ever want to do this. I'm not a single guy. I'm married now. I have a wife. My life has changed a lot from the time that I started this, but my why has allowed me to stay on the path of MMA, regardless of what's happened in my life, regardless of what status I am, how I'm married, if I'm single, if I'm not. I've stayed on this path because my why was so strong and I'm not willing to give it up for anything. And that's why I'm still here.